How's it going, all you guys and girls of the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom train. It's JJD, Double J, the Illuminator here, the sweet one, also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames. We won't get into that right now. Today I want to talk about guilt, and it was this little story I was thinking about from my childhood. I was around 9 or 10 years old. It concerns a friend of my dad's that we've lost touch with over the years, but the long and the short of it is, guilt can really do a number on you. And I'm not condoning anything in this story. I'm not telling anybody to go out and do anything that I talk about in this story. But my dad had this friend, and he had, they were younger. I'd say, well, if my dad was about 36 at the time, he was about 26. And he was married to a beautiful girl, and had 2 kids, and one was like 4 and one was like 2, maybe 5 and 3, something like that. 2 kids, boy and a girl. They both looked just like him. He had this big, full head of hair. He looked like Moe from the Three Stooges, like very, very thick hair. He used to wear it like a bowl cut. Very, very good with his hands. This guy was very good at, I think he was an auto mechanic. He owned his own shop, and did all kind. You name it, and he was able to fix anything on that car himself, and just wonderful. I guess at some point, he ended up having an affair, and it was something that he regretted and felt very guilty about, to the point where it was eating him up inside so bad that him and my dad went somewhere to have a drink. And my dad was always the type that, back in the day, people always called him up when they needed to unburden their problems. And my dad wasn't even a drinker. So they'd go off to a club or a bar or something. My father would listen to him like it's a confessional. But he told my father he just couldn't live with himself anymore unless he told his wife. I mean, he's not suicidal or anything, but my father was like, listen, this is going to break up your marriage. This is something you got to think hard about this, because from what, it was a one-time thing, but he was insistent that he had to tell his wife. My father was trying to tell him, listen, think about this, because either you live with the guilt, if it was a one-time thing, either you live with it and keep your family, or you tell her you're probably going to lose everything. He ended up telling her, and that's exactly what happened. He lost everything. His wife filed for divorce, moved the kids far away, and it really broke up his life. And I guess the moral of the story is, number one, try not to do anything that you're going to feel guilty about. Try to come at it at all angles before you do it. And number two, if it is something that you really, and I don't condone it, but if it's something that you feel is going to be detrimental to someone else and cause them a lot of pain, emotionally or physically, try to live with it. Try to keep it in your head. Especially, I'm not saying go out and cheat and left, right, and sideways, but if it was a one-time thing, and for your family's sake, sometimes, and you might disagree with me, but just I don't know, just keep it inside if you can. If you can't keep it inside, and you're willing to lose your family, by all means. But if you think you're going to lose your family over it, I don't know. I think you have to keep that inside. Don't cause that pain. There's so much pain in the world as it is. Number one, like I said, try not to do it at all, basically. You might disagree with me, but that's the way I feel. I love you all. Take care. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Kinda hurt.